Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my 7th class today, and I'm going to teach you on the topic today, gerund, infinitive and participle. How to differentiate a sentence, how to frame a sentence, how to differentiate between gerund, infinitive and participle. So here I have made some columns of different gerund, infinitive and participle. These are the ways I'll be letting you accordingly. So first of all, let me tell you one thing. In a sentence, if you frame one sentence, one single sentence, there in a sentence, in a subject, you find either a noun or a pronoun. For example, Ramu is a good boy. Okay? So this is a subject, and here in subject, the first word starts either with a pronoun or with a noun. So here Ramu is a noun. Okay? Or he is a brave boy. So here the subject has started with a pronoun, and that's he. He is a brave boy. So see students, in a sentence, when you frame a sentence, subject would be either a noun or a pronoun. So likewise, but in some of the case you find a subject would be in a verb. Okay, subject remains in a verb, and how to convert that verb into a noun. That process I am going to teach you today. Okay, see. Okay, here in gerund, verb plus ing is there. Okay, so as a noun. So here in this verb place, in this gerund, now, like for example, see, read is a good habit, just read is there. But if you add ing, that is gerund word ing, then this verb, it becomes a noun. Reading is a good habit. Or for example, in front of reading, if you add to read is a good habit, this becomes infinitive. To verb, infinitive, because verb is the doing word. Read means you are reading something. You are doing some work. So in front of read, in front of verb, if you add to, it becomes infinitive. Or if you add ing just after a verb, this becomes gerund. And this is how you change a verb into a noun. Is that clear? So look into this infinitive. To verb. Now when you, likewise I taught you, to read is a good habit. So here in front of verb you have used to. So this to says that it's an infinitive. To verb. So here to read is a verb. This is an infinitive and this is a verb. So this to verb, it can be used in different parts of infinitive. One will be in noun infinitive. This is a noun infinitive. It will be used in an adjectival infinitive. And the third one is adverbial infinitive. So just a verb, just a simple verb without using to also can be used. And that is said to be as a bare infinitive or a perfect infinitive. And in this perfect infinitive, to have, there will be verb in a third form verb. Verb 3 means a third form of verb. I'll be giving you examples right after this column. Let me finish this first, then I'll explain it to you accordingly. So this is how infinitive also can be changed to into a noun form using to, or in a different types of infinitive like noun infinitive, adjectival infinitive, adverbial infinitive. So let's move on to the participle. Now what is exactly a participle? It is participle, the sentence, it acts as a verb. Not only verb, it can even act as an adjective. And these participle are of three types. There are present participle, where a verb word, there you will be using ing. For example, here reading is a good habit. ing, you have used it. Verb ing, reading. Okay, this becomes a present participle. It depends on the sentence, what type of sentence you are going to write. Either that's a present, either that's a past, or either that's a perfect participle. So this is a present participle sentence, verb plus ing. So next one is past participle. That is, you will be using a third form of verb. And the last one is perfect participle. Here you will also be using a third form of verb, that is having, having, third form of verb. Okay, so let's move on with the other examples I'll be giving you. Okay, now these are the examples, and I'm going to explain it to you. These examples belong to which group, whether that's a gerund, infinitive, or participle. And not only gerund, infinitive, passive participle, but even I told you that infinitive are of different types, that is noun-infinitive, adjectival infinitive, and adverbial infinitive, bare infinitive, and perfect infinitive. Then another one is participle, that's present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. So see here, in this first sentence, doing this work is my pleasure. So doing here, that is, it's a verb, and ing, I told you it's a gerund. So this is a subject. Let's just divide first which are the subjects and which are the objects. Okay, these are the subject, and I am doing this. This is an object. I saw him doing something. This is also an object. Playing football is good for hair. This playing becomes a subject. To play football is good for hair. This is also a subject. I love playing football. This playing is an object. I would love to play football. This is also an object. I came to play with you. This play is also an object. So we have divided the particular word, whether that's a subject or a object. Now here, doing this work is my pleasure. This sentence it's saying is that doing its work, whatever the work it is, doing that work is his pleasure. So now here a verb word, that is do, is there. Do means it's a verb word doing something. So ing if you add, it becomes a gerund. So this you can say a gerund. This sentence is a gerund noun. Not noun, subject. Okay. So next sentence is I love doing it. So your doing word, first you can see in the first sentence it was in a subject, it was in a place where it was a subject, and in a second sentence you find the same word in an object place. So this also becomes a gerund object. Okay. So next sentence you saw, I saw him doing something. Now there in a third sentence also, doing is an object word. So here same goes, verb plus ing becomes, that converts into a noun. So I saw him doing something. So this doing, it directly gives you a present participle. So you can write present. Next, playing football is good for hair. Now you're playing, that is a subject. It's a verb plus ing, and you can say this is a gerund subject. Next sentence, to play football is good for health. Now here to play, students, I told you to plus verb is an infinitive. So to play, it is a subject. To play football is good for health. This is a infinitive noun place. Infinitive noun. Because infinitive are of three types I told you. Noun, adjective and adverb infinitive. So this comes under infinitive noun. Next is number 6. I love playing football. Now here, playing, it's not a subject, it's an object. And verb plus ing is given here. So we can say I love playing football is a gerund object. Next, I would love to play football. Now here, students, see the sentence. I would love to play football. Just a verb is here, play. There is no any ing. There is no any gerund word, infinitive word in front of play. In front of play, you find an infinitive word, but no gerund. So here it said, I would love to play object. I would love to play football. To play is given here. It's an object sentence. So to plus verb, that is a play, it becomes infinitive. But which type of infinitive is this? Is it a noun infinitive, adjective infinitive, or adverb infinitive? So this it says it is an adverb infinitive. So the next sentence is, I came to play with you. So here just two plays here. This is also an infinitive. But which type of infinitive is this? Whether that's a noun, adjective, or adverb. So here you would say it is a to play. It's a noun, infinitive, I came to play football with you. It's a noun, I would love to play football. Number 7 example, to play. This is a noun, infinitive, and I came to play with you. I came to play with someone. So this is an adverbial infinitive. Okay, so see, these are the types of, these are the different examples based on which group it falls into, whether that's a gerund, whether that's an infinitive, whether that's a participle. This is how you change a sentence when a subject is in a verb. How do you change that into a noun? When an object is into a when an object is there, how will you change it into a verb? So these are the different types of sentences which are based on gerund, infinitive, and participle. Students, don't forget, this is very important topic. So if you go through these videos, please try to make notes of it. You need to copy all these things and practice with the examples, as many as you can. So here are some more. I'll be giving you examples. Okay, so here are some more even examples. Number 1, see, I have some clothes to wash. I have some clothes to wash. Wash as an object. My heart is broken. Broken is also a object. It is easy to meet you. Meet is also an object. So see, what type of sentence is this? Whether that's a gerund, the types of infinitive, or types of participle. I have some clothes to wash. So here, I have, it's a present tense. I have some clothes to wash. Wash, it's a verb word and it's a object. It's not a subject, it's a object. So this becomes an adjective infinitive. Next is, my heart is broken. Broken means it's an object. Broken, a word that's a verb word, is an object. And this is a past. The sentence is a past. So my heart is broken. So here it says this sentence belongs to a participle. And but what type of participle? Past participle. Next, it is easy to meet you. Here the meet is a verb word and it's an object. So this sentence is an adjectival infinitive. first you need to understand how to differentiate a sentence into a subject and an object. So after dividing that sentence into a subject and object, you have to find that where in a particular, in a one single sentence, where you find a verb word. That's a verb is a doing word. So if you find any verb, whether that's in a past tense, whether that is in a present tense, and that is based on according to the infinitive and the participle, what type of it belongs to. I told you infinitive three types: noun, adjective and adverbial. And verb, if you further go, you find bare infinitive and perfect infinitive, and if you go to the participle, you find three types of participle. So according to that based, I have divided the sentences according to subject, object and types of gerund, infinitive and participle. So this is very important topic, students. I'll just end up my class for today here. So in our next class, I'll continue the same topic but in another ways. Thank you.